Good evening, everyone. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful night. Today, I didn't actually plan to do the stream, but I had the opportunity to stream today, and I thought, you know what? Let's do this. Let's play some Banjo-Tooie. I love this game. From the soundtrack to the aesthetic to the gameplay, I just had a hankering to play some Banjo-Tooie. You can hear that classic, the titular banjo sound. Frank Kirkhope really knocked it out of the park with the soundtrack. It's just so whimsical sounding, so fun sounding. So we'll just skip this. I didn't make a save file because I wanted to make sure all the controls work properly. But I'm not going to skip any of the scenes here. Just think that you flash back to, year 2000. Your parents got you this game for Christmas. You don't know what it is. You played Super Mario 64, you beat it, but you wanted another platform game, another collectathon. And they didn't know it was a sequel, even though it says 2 in the name. So they just give this to you. Let me adjust the volume here. I want to be louder than the game. And so, you boot this up, you don't know anything about it. They give you this little intro because it is a sequel. They have to ease players in to understand, what the hell's happening. So they tell you that you beat Gruntilda, 2 years ago, because Banjo-Kazooie came out in 1998, and this game came out 2 years later. So the game literally followed the timeline of our world. So you can see this little guy, this Klungo. It sounds like a name that would, someone would come up being ironic nowadays. Your Klungos, and your Splungos, and your Gruntildas, and your Sprintildas. I feel like the names were really ahead of its time in the most smooth-brained way possible. So he's trying to get her out. And, Banjo and Kazooie and all the cast from the previous game. You just see these characters, they're all just fucking around. They're playing poker. It really, lets you see, hey, Sovereign Incognito, what's up? We're just playing some Banjo-Kazooie right now. I hope you're having a good night. You can see that it, introduces you to the characters and sort of how, despite what happened in the last game, these characters are all really, just goofy with one another. Ooh. Let me adjust the volume a little bit more. Let me do that. There we go. So, they just have this feeling that something bad's gonna happen. And you had that classic, those silly, animal sounds as their voice. If anything, if Banjo-Kazooie is iconic for anything, it's just those ridiculous animal sounds whenever anything talks. And not even animal sounds, even, the human characters have just really weird vocal sounds. Because, it was the age where they weren't fully voice acting things yet, but they wanted to let you know what the character sounded like. So you can see what other way are they gonna get Gruntilda out of that boulder. Just drill it, What better way to get through rock than with a big fat drill? So something's happening. Spiral Mountains in Mayhem. And these characters just don't take anything seriously, even in the game of poker, he's just assuming that they're just rocking the table, that nothing bad could possibly be happening here. That this earthquake is just one of them messing around. And Banjo being the sensible one saying, yeah, maybe something is hella fucked up outside. And this is how the game is introduced, It makes a lot more sense if you played the first Banjo-Kazooie. But for anyone who would have gotten this game as a gift because, really fun, colorful looking characters on the box. And it's a platformer. You can see that from the box art looking at the back of it. It's it's a perfect game to get for a kid for Christmas or their birthday. And just so much happens in this first cutscene. You see the drill opens up and then it's just out walks these two new characters, because, oh god. She's lanky as hell. Her hat clips through the entire thing. Blobelda. God. It's like they did not even try with these names. Quickly, we must go. Or angry Grunty will beat. Like, these aesthetic, like... They make the fat sister, like, even bigger than Gruntilda, and they call her Blobelda. They really just... They really did not hold back with that one. So then we go take a look. Man, this is a really long cutscene for just introducing you to the game. Mumbo Brave. God, Mumbo Jumbo. That's... I feel like a company nowadays using a name like that would be like... It sounds like a name out of an indie game, like making fun of, like, older video games. To just pick a name like Mumbo Jumbo. But every single name here is just played straight, I'm pretty sure. Like, they don't really question anything. Alright, so now these two, which old Rare, right? When Rareware was good. When Rare made good games. So Klungo really just spent like 2 whole years trying to get out of this rock. Trying to get Grunty out of here. And then just straight up, like, these two just roll up. Why did they wait 2 years for this? I would have gotten like a week or 2. And I get the joke is that you waited 2 years for this game to come out. But straight up, they just do that. I like also like the gratuitous upskirt, like they're not even trying to hide anything there. It's just awful. And now Grunty was there for 2 years, so she's literally become a skeleton. What's happened to little old me? What I like about this intro is that, like, oh my god, the dialogue. I really do love the dialogue in this game. It's just, like, they just had fun with it, you know? Like, Mario doesn't have, like, all that much dialogue to mess around with. Like, Mario doesn't really talk to anyone in this game aside from, like, the Toads. But there's so many characters in this game, like, so many NPCs that you interact with in Banjo-Kazooie, and even in, like, Jet Force Gemini and everything else that you just feel like there's so much more personality in this game. And for some reason, I feel like the fact that this was made in England had something to do with it, that they really just felt a lot more silly about how they approached this game in the writing. I also appreciate how the first thing Gruntilda does after getting out of the rock is just straight up, just squares up with them. Like, she's just blasting him! She's got that MF bang on her. Momo's like, aw, shit. And then I'm pretty sure, like, I don't even think... It's not Mumbo who died, it's Bottles who dies, like, the most ridiculous death. And they just argue about this, I'm pretty sure, yeah, Mumbo walks in. Like, right? She's been stuck for 2 years, and her first thought isn't to, like, get her bearings straight, it isn't to, like, build anything, it isn't to, like, repair her body, it's, no, I'm straight up gonna murder you right now. Let's see that furry fool dodge this! Gruntilda really said, die, furries. She said furries have no rights. No joke, look. He's starting to look at the spell incoming at them. Quick, everyone out. Uh-oh. This is how he dies. Greedy ass. Yeah, 2000. It was 2000. Honestly, I think after, like, having the entire furry force get summoned on her at the end of the first game really was what, like, probably put the nail in her coffin. Like, you know what? Fuck animals. So she just walks out after blasting their entire home to smithereens. She thinks she killed Banjo, but Banjo jumped out. Oh my god, the enemies here. Those green balls just look... The sound effects that these enemies make are so good. So they just reverse their car out. And they completely forget Klungo is there. You stay here, I'll be back. Have no fear. Psych! He's just gonna get his ass beat. So we can see, the game starts just very gloomy. You know, Banjo-Kazooie and Mumbo all standing outside their house. They're like, huh, that fucking sucks. Road. Mumbo's head hurts. My house is blown up. My friend just died. Let's go! Everyone got out safely. Hang on. Where's Goggle Boy? What happened to Bottles? This is so dramatic. Like, what an opener. He just falls dead. He looks unwell. That's what it is. He just dropped dead. It's worse than that. Grunty? I'm surprised they used the K word there. They just said killed. They didn't say he's passed on. He wasn't even my favorite character in Banjo-Kazooie anyway. I also love how self-aware the game is. Like, they know that they're in a game. And they make references to it at every corner. There's also like a lot of history with this game. I spent a lot of time when I was younger on like rareware websites like the Rare Witch Project and like... Yes! To squeak it. This game would have definitely been E10 had it been released a couple years later. But I spent so much time on like... Yeah! Like, they definitely went off the rails when when they made Conker's Bad Fur Day, but with this game, they just pushed every little thing they could. Oh no, various insects are taking an interest in my corpse. So you could talk to Angel Bottles here. He kind of just exists, and he's basically your tutorial if you've never played a Banjo-Kazooie game before, or if you never played the previous game. But since we played it, I'm just going to show off all the different moves that you get to use because I don't want to go through tutorial. You can also see Banjo's house has nothing of interest in it. But, you know, they modeled it there just to show what the hell happened. So, what I think is really cool about Banjo-Kazooie Banjo-Tooie compared to the first game is that it's not like a lot of other games where you lose all your abilities. You can do every single move that existed in Banjo-Kazooie. Like, I have my fast movement ability here. You'll see this entire hub world does a really good job of just showcasing all the different stuff that you could do, all the abilities and all, like, the platforms that exist around here. And you can see here the game is hinting that you're gonna immediately fight Klungo once you leave, so you better understand how to play the game here. So you can see we have our double jump, we have our flip jump, we have our power punch, see, we have our jump attack. You have a lot of different abilities in this game, and you've pretty much been given all what you could do in Banjo-Kazooie from the get-go. So you don't feel weak, you don't feel like you're like, it's like Metroid where you have to learn all your abilities, you have to get like the Ice Beam and the Charge Beam and the Morph Ball all over again. You straight up just are as powerful as you were in the first game, minus your health bar. Your health bar is the only thing that didn't carry over from the first game. But you can see, they have all this environment here. And what I think is really interesting about what is available in Spiral Mountain is that they do all this. They show you the area as it was, but like destroyed. But they also hide in a couple of like previews of what you'll be able to do in the future. Also hinting at the fact that you're gonna have to backtrack. So in the first game, you would have to go through here, this door here. And this would lead you to sort of where the entire game takes place in Gruntilda's lair. We're gonna take a look at that later. But what I think is really neat is like, if we go over here, so you have this tackle attack, and there's a hole here, and it looks like your charge attack would be able to break through it, you know, because there's a crack there. So if you fly into here, you know, you try doing that. And then you realize you can't. So it's like that hinting that, you know, this is going to be important later on. And then, if we take a look over here, if you try to explore all of Spiral Mountain, there's this little cavern here. It's just all the stuff that they hint at, all the stuff that you'll be able to do in the future. Hinting that, you know, even if you have to leave Spiral Mountain now, you'll be back eventually. And I think it's really cool of them to do that. To make this both a place to, like, relearn what you learned, and see that there's all these, like, hints and goodies. You can see that there's a Banjo-Kazooie cartridge here, where that's going to be for a secret for later on in the game. We'll go back to that when we can get it, which is going to require the ability to grab onto ledges, which we can't do right now. So, we'll save that for later. There's not too much else to do in Spiral Mountain right now, aside from just see all the different stuff that they're hiding from us, or just waiting for us to do. So we're gonna fight the first boss, just to see how, like, gameplay works here. One thing that I really liked about the Banjo series versus, say, Mario 64, is that fighting in this game had a lot more to it. In Mario 64, you just have, you know, you're jumping, you can punch things, and you used pretty much all of Mario's mostly, like, mobility skills. But this game... Oh, Mexican Pan, welcome, welcome. Thank you for following. Welcome to the classroom. We're just going through some of Banjo-Tooie right now, exploring this old game. I had a big hankering to play this, and, you know, I'm gonna play it. Thank you for reminding me to take a sip. So right out the gate, the first thing this game does to you, if you just choose to follow what the cutscenes do, it just throws you into a boss fight. Minion with a mission. I will, again, reiterate, his name is literally Klungo. Like, that's like on the big Chungus or like Scrimblow-Bimbless like level of like naming convention. But like this came out in 2000 and not 2021. Like they were ahead of their time with their names here. Like Mumbo Jumbo, Humba Wumba. Alright. So this one we just have to beat him. Make sure we have to figure out which one is the real clone. And then he just throws balls at us. He's gonna hide behind his magic shield. There are 3 different Klungo fights in this game, and I think it's interesting how they actually can happen in any order. So like, this one he clones himself, there's one where he does invisibility, and I think there's one where, I forget what it is that he does. You basically have to figure out which clone is the right clone. And I think it's really interesting how they randomize his boss fights each time, so you never really know what to expect. Wait. Ooh, there's a lot of them right now. I think it's this one. Oh god. Well, I'm gonna use my invincibility power! Nope. So even if you hit the wrong one, it just makes you have to do another one of these. So we just have to deal with it. Camera, reverse camera controls. There we go. And the classic hit a boss 3 times and he's dead. Truly a game of ancient times. And he drops health for you, you know, just to be considerate in case he took too much of a beating. Nasty barren bird. Why don't you run off and we'll forget this ever happened. Use sound effects. I'm pretty sure he's a masochist with how much he talks about getting punished by Gruntilda. Anyway. So we'll see. I did forget to pick up the eggs, so I'm going to pick those up right now. Let's do that. You know, it's always good to have that be stocked up on everything, have that stuff loaded up. We got 20 eggs, and eggs are basically like your projectiles in this game, so like if you need to shoot things from afar, you gotta use your eggs. So now, we go on to the actual hub world, which is called, which may sound appealing to a lot of people actually, given what I've seen in the VTuber community. I think the name of this place sounds like more like a paradise to most people. We are now in the Isle of Hags. And this is the Jinjo Village. And this is just an introduction to silos, which is essentially like quick travel, you know? Because the game knew with how big the hub world had to get, they needed a way to fast travel around places. I love how cheery Jinjo Village sounds, too. Like, It's such a bright sounding piece. So now, we're gonna go here immediately. We're gonna visit the king. Very regal sounding. They call him King Jingling, and I'm pretty sure that was intended. You know, because it sounds close to Dingaling. Very unashamedly, just, yo, what's up, I'm King Jingling, and king of all things Jinjo and ruler of this village. My people were scared away by those witches. I kinda like it quiet. For the kickball, like, he's not even worried that the Jinjos are gone, but it's kickball is what he's worried about. Here's an incentive for you to rescue my people. Thanks. And that is our first Jiggy, or Jigsaw piece, which is sort of like the stars in this game. You have to collect, there's a total of 100 Jiggies in this game, and you collect them through different means. It's not like Mario 64 where you go into a world once and, you know, you go in the world, get your Jiggy, go out. You can pretty much get as many Jiggies as you want in a world in one run. And I like how that flows better than Mario 64 is like sort of, you get a star, gotta go back into the world, get another star, gotta go back in and out. And I think a lot of these little things is what made me prefer the Banjo series to Mario 64. And this is Bottle's house. We'll tell them their father is dead. Hello kids, your father died because he didn't trust us in the poker game. It's really neat. A lot of people just die in this game for some reason, though. I feel like they were pretty ruthless compared to Banjo-Kazooie, where Tootie just gets kidnapped. Yeah, they just talk about him. Yes, yes. There was a... like, the improvements were incremental, but they were there, and they're so noticeable. And you apologize for... Thank you for clipping that, Zero. And hey, what's up, Action Production? We're just playing through some Banjo-Kazooie right now. You know, this was a surprise stream. I actually didn't plan to do this, but I saw the opportunity and I was like, yeah, I'll stream this today. And you can see here, this is actually the final world. You can see they prepared a giant laser. I'm surprised they don't take advantage of this more frequently in the game. But, you know, there's this giant laser. And I think they're probably aiming it at the wrong place. Hi, I like, what's the plan to get my body back? Oh yeah, this too. If you followed... Not really a fan. You know of it. I'm sure you know of it from like Super Smash Brothers, you know, Banjo being in it, and everyone hating Banjo because his Wonder Ring is overpowered. But I think it's a really fascinating series to look at, because it really showcased, like, this and Banjo-Kazooie were two big, like, games in the whole, like, collectathon genre. And I feel like just the way it presented itself, very, like, tongue-in-cheek, very, like, self-aware, was really interesting in its time. Because it's like the kind of thing a lot of indie games do now, I feel like. The whole self-aware thing, making fun of the fact that you're in a game itself, that kind of stuff. I feel like games back then didn't really do it as much. Like, compared to, like, how often Rareware did it. So you can see they're gonna use this machine to sort of suck life out of people so that they can give life into Grunty. So that she gets her body back and she isn't a skeleton. Also, note the blow and suck buttons on the panel. Blow and suck. There was an entire video series, like, years and years ago, like in 2007, where they sort of, like, showcased all, like, the innuendo in this, in Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. And it's really interesting to see what they got away with. Oh no, they're gonna give King Jingling the suck. They're gonna suck the Jingling. Oh god. Warmed up, B.O.B. is so in the firing sequence. It's so hard to read this when they don't speak normally. She speaks like a caveman. So, right after Banjo and Kazooie leave the palace, immediately they suck the life out of the palace so hard that not only does King Jingling turn into a zombie, but also this castle turns gray. Like, oh, they tried giving Banjo and Kazooie the suck, but they sucked the king instead. What about that traitor Jingling? Oh yeah, she's definitely mad at King Jingling because, you know, the Jinjos did kill Grunty the last game. So yeah, we're never going back there again. When they suck so hard, even the color comes out. She is trying to be hot. Yeah, she is. Well, that was the first game. This game, she's just trying to get her body back. when she sucks so hard, your life force gets drained. I think of that one gif of like Skeletor just just struggling. That's how hard the nut is. I'm supposed to be a more school appropriate channel, but this game makes it too easy. Huh, I wouldn't worry. Banjo's got no one to help him now that Mole and Jingling are gone. I feel like she completely missed the fact that there's like an entire Jigsaw-faced dude who exists. Oh! Hey Spike, what's up? Thanks for the raid. Welcome, welcome. How is your race going? We're currently exploring some other older games here. Super Raid Festiva. I hope your stream went well. We are currently playing through Banjo-Tooie. Another old school game, but of a different flavor. Good to see you guys here, though. For those of you who haven't played it, this is Banjo-Tooie, the sequel to Banjo-Kazooie. It's a collectathon similar to, like, Mario 64, but I feel like the game here feels a little bit more connected in the way the whole world is built. And here you can see Bottle's house. We can talk to his kids. Hello there, Banjo. How are we today? Pretty good. Mrs. Bottles. Tell her. So, for those of you who just came here, this woman's husband just died. Her husband got turned into a ghost. And the first thing our characters say is, hey, let's tell her that her husband just died. Hey Spike, how's it going? I hope your stream went well. Another thing I think is cool here, if you look, this game was released a year after Jet Force Gemini, so I like that they throw the references there in the rooms. You can see that there's Juno there. Let's talk to Bottles' son. Hello, Banjo. Hi, his cousin is literally named Goggles. Glasses? Did he finish working on them by any chance? Oh yes, I believe they're called the Amazo Gaze glasses. Oh, yeah. What in Banjo's... Yes. So this is very important, actually. Because in the original Banjo-Kazooie, you could only look like this. But now, we have the ability to zoom in. And this isn't important yet, but this is going to be important very soon. You'll see why. You'll see why it's important that we be able to zoom in and out. Because later on, like I said before, we get the ability to shoot eggs, so we'll get to aim with those, zoom in and out. But actually, the most important part of the zoom in and out... Alright, I Spec. Why are all of his kids named after eyewear? They really were consistent, if not ridiculous, with their naming scheme here. Where I don't suppose you have any substitutes. Why would we need substitutes? My dad is the best on the team. I'm sure he was. And did you know that tunnel over there is my secret way out of the village? You might find it useful. Dangling? King Danglin. Alright, so the real important feature for why we should be able to zoom in, the Jet Force Gemini references. Oh yeah! Sorry about that. I'll be on my way now. Alright, so we go to the first area. I'll be back for Banjo 3! Gruntilda changed my mind. Exactly. Banjo 3, I still have hope for. I still do have hope that they'll come out with an actual sequel that isn't nuts and bolts. One of these days. We need to get past this doorman first. And yes, this is the first real area of the Isle of Hags. This is... oh god, the Wooded Hollow. So now you can see we can go through here, and we can fast travel back to the Jinjo Village if we wanted to, but we don't need to. It makes me sad that this is the most efficient way of traveling, is making Kazooie squawk like that repeatedly. Ow, 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 ow. I work the door of the sacred temple. Sounds like fun. Do you think we are worthy? To prove yourself worthy to enter, you must collect images in the form of Jiggy Wiggy himself. These are just jigsaw pieces. I like how they still made them relevant, but in a different way. I do think they'll make one eventually when they've run out of cash cows. Oh, Spike, please, come on. I think it could be good. Sea of Thieves is, like, unironically, like, a good game, apparently. So I could see there being, like, potential in a new game. Yooka-Laylee was also, like, fun, if not really, 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 really short. I think there are developers out there who can sort of capture that magic again. But I would love to see another game with these characters. I just think they're really good characters. They're fun characters. And you can see in this game, a fan game for Banjo-Tooie. I would believe it. Probably made in, like, Unity or Unreal. Like, I think there are dedicated enough fans for there to be a Banjo-3E. Alright, so now, every time you want to unlock a new world, we have to do one of these jigsaw puzzles, and they get harder and harder as you get through the game. Right now, it's pretty simple. So you can see only 5 pieces were taken out. And this sort of is cool because it also gives you a preview of the world itself. Not just in an image, but in, like, a video format. Yes, we have a limited time. I know how to do this. I would trust the Hat in Time devs. I still need to play a Hat in Time. I was so excited when it was announced, but to this day, I have not played a Hat in Time. I played Yooka-Laylee, and I enjoyed it for what it is. But, I still need to play a Hat in Time, which might be a fun game to stream after I do this. But yeah, I don't know if the Rareware devs actually... I think a lot of them left when they went to make Yooka-Laylee. Yes. A lot of people have been playing it. I've seen a lot of VTubers stream it too. It's just... I think collectathon as a genre still can be good, still can be relevant, still can be fun. But it requires a lot of dedication to, like, building a very good world. Yeah! Yooka-Laylee felt like there were a lot of, like, nooks and crannies in the game that could have led to, like, secret areas. And I feel like they made it on, like, a self-imposed time crunch. I wouldn't have minded waiting a little bit longer for it. Honestly, I think the game had a really good, like, setting to it. Like, it really had a good structure to it. Like, it just needed, like, more time, I think, more planning. But apparently the sequel to it, The Impossible Lair, was also really good, even though it wasn't the same kind of idea. So that might be another game that I visit, because, you know, I just love this genre a lot. You're not a fan of Yooka-Laylee either? That's fair. Yooka-Laylee more so than Banjo-Kazooie, I could understand why people were a little put off by. Some people might have saw Yooka-Laylee as, like, a cash grab by the devs, like, you know, like a rushed product. So I wouldn't blame anyone. So now, we get to the first world. Mayhem Temple. I don't know how I feel about this world as the first world in the game, but I think it's, like, a solid world. I feel like if I made it, I don't think this would have been the first world that I picked. Here's just another example of those incremental, like, improvements on the 3D platforming genre. Just these warp pads letting you just travel instantly is just such a big improvement. And here you can see already, right at the start, you turn around, you can see you. You know that there's going to be something here that'll let you get in there. It's just a game, like, I love when collectathons like that tease at the things that you'll be able to do. I think it's just really neat. Like this. This enemy here, you can't kill just yet. Because you had to hit that diamond. But you just have to dodge it for now. Or get poison darted. You thought so too, but you haven't played it. If it is good, it is good. It is a solid game, like, mechanically speaking. It does the job, but not well enough. It's a good game, but it's hard when you have to live up to the expectations that Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie set. So you can see in this game we're collecting musical notes, and the goal for that is... I just got shot. You can see now we have a new mentor. Even though we have all the moves from the previous Banjo-Kazooie, we have more moves to learn here. Drill Sergeant Jam Jars for effing duty. Get a load of this bozo! He looks like Bottles in uniform. He's my brother. How's it keep... Not too good. Recently deceased. Sorry to hear that, Fleaball. Did he go out fighting? Playing cards, actually? I like how he's completely unfazed. He doesn't care. Bottles taught us loads in the last game. There we go. He's calling his brother a scrub. He said Bottles doesn't know shit. Teach us some new moves. You've got to prove your sorry self by collecting me a few notes. I have enough, you dummy. You'll want 25. Hey, wait a minute. I like it that they have that dialogue there just in case you already collected enough. Ah, the military music is so good. Target that you might. First person by pressing C up, hit Z to fire with accuracy. Which is nice. They teach you this move, because then if you paid attention to these enemies here, and if my aiming was good... Oh god, I can't aim for... There we go. It's so hard to aim on a stick. Like, on a stick that's supposed to emulate the N64 stick. It's just so sensitive before the days of being able to adjust mouse sensitivity or aiming sensitivity. So you can see there's a lot of stuff to check out around here. You can see there's these things over here. I believe, if I recall correctly, you're supposed to... Yes. So, there's a lot of stuff here that, like, the game wants you to utilize the tools that it gives you. As a game of its caliber should, you know? They teach you how to aim, and suddenly, they should throw puzzles at you that require you to aim. And god, aiming on this stick, it's just as bad as it was in Jet Force Gemini, I'm gonna be honest. They did not improve on the aiming from that game. So immediately, you figure out these open mouths, you gotta feed them. And now we can go in here. I actually don't even think we can get the Jigsaw here. But what you can see here is actually really, what I think is really cool. So here. What's up with you? That's terrible. I can't find Target's favorite priceless relic thingy. I think it may have been stolen. Tough luck, we don't... And I'll reward you with a Jiggy. Suddenly we care. Great, I'll open the other door for you, but please hurry. So now we can go into the Target Sands Temple, which... It's actually going to introduce a very, very interesting mechanic that I like that they reuse more than a couple times in this game. So right now, we can also just go up here. Oh god, we can't climb up this. Please, I want up. I want up. We cannot go up. You can see there's stuff around this temple, though. Like this hollow honeycomb. Which we'll need to increase our maximum health. And that's it for now. So you go in here, you see that it, like, tells you that there's an area you have to go to, which we can't go to just yet. But it's the game slowly but surely opening the world to you. And I like that pacing, personally. I think the way they pace it out is really nice. That you sort of have to see all the areas the game has to offer. And then you get to do... And then you really get to earn everything. So here they show you the other warp pad. Each world has a couple of these, so it makes it just a lot easier to go around the area. Here, we're just gonna go up here. But I went too fast. I went too fast. So here we can see... What? I think there is something here. And I'm gonna be honest, this game has significantly better camera controls than Mario 64 ever had or ever will have. Like, if I was playing Mario 64, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to control the camera well. And there we go, 100 notes. So that's all the notes in the world. And that's a Jinjo. So Jinjos are interesting because in this game, they're randomized. So you can see it's gonna pan over to the Jinjo house. And you can see all these houses of different colors. So every world spawns Jinjos of random colors. I think it's set by the game before as you load up the file. So, you know, every save file will be different. So this time the green Jinjo spawned there. And each family has a certain number of Jinjos in the house. One of them has 1, one of them has 2, 3, 4, and so on. This is different from Banjo-Kazooie, which every world just had 5 Jinjos of different colors, and you had to collect them all in order to get the Jiggy. So I think it's really interesting how they took a different approach here. Though, I don't know how different that works for speedrunning. I'm sure, like, there's probably an RNG strat to get, like, the Jiggy from the first Jinjo family, like, immediately. But that's probably something way over my head. Look at the state of poor Bovina's field. This plague of filthy flies is scoffing my crops. How can we help? All we have to do is shoot them down. Say your prayers, flies. So you can see there's a bunch of these flies. And with our powerful egg shot... I can't aim. Or I can't press the Z button, I should say. Watch me aim. Oh god, I cannot aim. There we go, I got one of them. I'm actually gonna do this. We're gonna go up here first. I think if I'm on a higher ground, it should be a little easier to shoot these things down. Alright. The more I kill, the less the buzzing gets. That buzzing was awful. Amazing! I hardly believe it! You really... Enough of the crop jokes, lady. That's what I was thinking. So that's our first Jiggy from the world, you know. Just shoot down a couple of enemies. There's always like a bunch of different goals that will get you Jiggies. Some of them will have you interact with an NPC. Sometimes they'll just be placed up in higher places. Sometimes they'll be hidden. It's always different. I can't reach that just yet. We need to gain the ability to climb walls. So we'll go back there. Thankfully, there's warp pads all around here, so it's never really like you're going to be too far from any specific object. But what I want to showcase right now is probably what I think is one of the coolest additions to the game. But so if we go in here, we have all of our notes here. So there isn't a move that we can't learn. Let's collect all this. Do we not learn it here? Paul, no one enters until they have learned the ancient art of bird handling. Gee, I wonder what that means. Perhaps that jam jar bozo. So this is, if you go here too early, it pretty much hints at you that there's a new move that you're going to need to learn. And that new move completely changes how the game is played, which I think is really neat. So let me see. I don't think it's up here. There is something up here that we have to get, but not yet. Where are you, jam jars? You need to tell me how to choke the chicken, as they say. I guess we'll find that later. For now, I wanted to showcase that, but we'll showcase it after we showcase some other funny stuff that the game throws at us. For example, the fact that this game previously was called Banjo-Kazooie, but we can play as a character that isn't either Banjo or Kazooie. So you'll see here there's a Globo. Just another one of the several collectibles that exist in the game. So, we collect some eggs. And here you can see Mumbo is just chilling. Wake the hell up, buddy. Baron Bird here at last. Mumbo best shaman in game. So built new skull. Mumbo also want help. Must find me magic creature. I like that he says best shaman in the game, and it has you thinking, like, it's not like there's any other shamans in the game, it's just Mumbo. But that's actually foreshadowing that there's another shaman in the game. But we'll get to her when we get to her. So now we play as Mumbo, and I thought this was really cool. You get to be hero at last. Zap stick. He doesn't even call it a staff. He straight up calls it like what a drunken person would call it, like when they're like beating someone in a back alley. It's not my magical shaman rod, it's my zap stick. That is Mumbo's only move. Mumbo has no mobility skills. Mumbo is very prone to falling. Oh. You ever just fail to drink water properly? Sheesh. I'm okay. I'm okay. Sometimes you just drink water incorrectly and then you just die, you know? Watch this, though. I love how Mumbo kills things. Wait, where is it? You hear that? You hear the high pitch like hoodiga. That's my favorite sound in the entire game. Anyway, hope this works. Oh no. Ikom bokom, ikom bokom. So now you get to be Mumbo and do more things than just transform Banjo-Kazooie. Also, that sound that Mumbo makes at the end is literally Grant Kirkhope saying "ooh me knackers" or "oh my balls," which I think is fascinating. Thank you, Tammy, for the compliments on that impression. I tried my best. So now we get 75 seconds to go ham. Watch this. You see these guys that we had to shoot in the forehead? How about I just boom? This is such a power trip. So you kick that open so Banjo-Kazooie can go through that. I think killing all the I think we can kill all these rockheads. But pretty much we need to be able to do a bunch of things in 75 seconds, which I don't think is asking too much. I think I might have pathed pretty badly though. Swift kick in the rocks. Oh, you're right there. You are right there. It quite literally is a swift kick in the rocks. So if we go over here, stones, if you will, jewels. It was a balls joke. Thank you for the clarification, Tammy. Alright, can I speedrun this? Can I speedrun this? We gotta kick this door open. Boosh! I don't want to have to do this a second time. Alright. Speedrun. I have 10 seconds. 8 seconds. Oh, you. 3. No! No! Wait, please! Mumbo magic run out. Now we have to do the walk of shame. Anyways, I hope you're doing well, Tammy. It's good to see you. Now we must again go through the whole Ikum Bukum sequence. Ikum Bukum. Uminaka. And these guys had the gall to come back? How dare you? I'm about to punch you! Kick you like a soccer ball, like the World Cup. Yeah, my day's been well. I actually wasn't even planning on streaming today, but I just suddenly had the urge to play Banjo-Tooie, and I was like, you know what? I know this game well enough to very mindlessly commentate around it while just doing stuff. I love replaying these kinds of games. I wish walking into these things would kill them. I love how shrill and high-pitched that thing's sound was when it gets kicked, too. No shade, because I, too, would scream like that if I got kicked by a giant golden statue. But, it's so... It, sounds like utter pain. I can't go up. I think that's all we can do as the, as big statue man. So let's swoosh down here. I'm gonna kill just one more guy for good measure. You know? You know what? Fuck you in particular. He got sent flying! Just the last word before he shuts off. Absolutely remorseless to the Shadow Realm. Oh, you just love to see it. Alright. Now let's go back to the real heroes. We've opened up quite a bit of this world. So let us get a bunch of Jiggies that, may or may not be a pain to get. There's this one Jiggy that I always hated getting, and I don't know if I was a dumb kid. Oh yeah! There were thunderstorms around me recently too. They were pretty bad. I've been hearing thunderstorms happening a lot around the world recently. And yeah, it would not be very good if you were just streaming and then suddenly you hear a loud thunder boom, and suddenly you become your avatar. Imagine just Elliot Ambers in the real world. Oh man, I want that to happen. Lightning bolt, please hit me while I'm streaming. I want to fuse. It's your fault you're awakening! The metamorphosis is beginning. Alright, so here, I believe in here is reverse isekai. I feel like reverse isekai is an underlooked genre. I think it's like Devil is a part-timer. That's a cool reverse isekai where the devil gets sent into the real world. The form will be great, but the transformation? Agonizing. And things like this I think are cool too because they hint at the, this is not the puzzle. This is not how the puzzle works. I don't know how the puzzle works. Do not look for me to free you. Because it hints at the connection from this world to other worlds, and I think that's really neat. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, I should have gone to this door second. Because there's a lot of stuff here that we can't get. So we'll be back! Wait, what's under here? Oh, let's dive. Let's swim. I also think this game has pretty good underwater controls for what it's worth. I do appreciate how they, how it controls. We can't go through here. A lot of people weren't a fan of the backtracking in this game, but I do think it's neat how the game teases at you, like, future things that you'll be able to. Like, we can't break that rock just yet. It requires a move that we'll get in the next world, which is actually attached from this section here. So, like, I feel like they thought about it at least a little bit. I always, as a kid, loved to imagine that these, like, the animal sounds that they were making sounded like actual words. I feel that. I actually thought that one of the things that, that Banjo said when he did his role in Banjo-Kazooie, it sounded like he said the Tagalog word for stinky, which was baho. But now he just has some more like action sounds. You got 2 manga for the series called Hero-san, the former General-san. However, when it released for America, it's called Superwoman in Love. If the hero and the general are... I think I know what you're talking about, and I think it's 2 female characters. I mean, I get that title. I feel like making a title closer to the original title still would have been better. Like the hero and the general, I think would still be a good title, like even if you took out the honorifics. I feel like Superwoman in Love just sounds very different. We're not touching that thing. It's time to learn the most impressive power of all. I hope you guys remember the flex arm hang from the presidential fitness test. Now we are going to be able to latch on to ledges. Do you guys remember the flex arm hang? I remember being awful at it until I started actually, like, working out. But, like, that test where they just had you, like, hang on to a pull-up bar for as long as possible. I remember I had, like, some kind of glow-up between my 2nd and 3rd years at the school. And man, when I was able to flex on people with how much stronger I had gotten, I felt really powerful, I will say. Alright. So now, we can go up here. I don't think we can open that just yet. We have to. Oh god! But if we look here, one of my least favorite... Wait a minute. A time dead hang? I do. Or you have to like you have to be in pull-up position. You have to be like you had done a pull-up and just hang for as long as possible, and they called it the flexed arm hang. Oh, you know what? I remember this being hard because I would play this on a keyboard. Let me just jump off this. So, the gimmick to this, and this is supposed to tell you that, like, the sensitivity of the control stick matters on how you move. So he's sleeping. This stupid dummy is sleeping. You can't hear me because I'm oh! I got too cocky. I hate this Jiggy. Oh, we're just gonna go as slow as possible. This is just as nicely. You have no idea how gently I'm, like, touching the joystick right now. My hand is shaking. There we go, you stupid idiot snake. Try staying awake next time, dummy. You absolute bozo. Alright, and then... So now we just hang here. We have these weird bugs. These bugs used to scare me as a kid. These used to horrify me. But now, I'm grown. Oh, to be touched as gently as Elliot Amber's VTuber touches his controller. Oh my god, imagine. Beaten up and abused from Mario Party, especially Mario Party 1, where they had the rotate the joystick minigames. Those were the worst. Oh man. I hated those games. My brother was always slightly better than me at them, so I would like put in so much effort to just almost get to beat him and then lose. Oh, my poor Silas. Tug-of-War didn't actually ruin 3 controllers. I didn't ruin a controller, but man, they hurt my hand. Oh, my DS screen? The game that ruined my DS touchscreen was actually Elite Beat Agents, because I was 10 years old when that game came out, and I got really mad. No, I wasn't 10, I was like 12 or 13. And I had a gamer rage moment where I slammed my Silas into the screen, because I couldn't beat Jumping Jack Flash on the hard mode. It took a long time. What is a signpost? Pressing the control stick only oh, that's the hint to tell you how to beat the snake. Easy, but not what we need. So now that we have grip grab, we can do a couple of things. We can do quite a few things. Let us traverse our way back to where we were. Ow. Let's just beat you up, just for fun. We'll go to Humble last. Humble will be the last thing we do. The last thing we'll do is transform into a rock man. Alright, so now, we're gonna go back, and we are going to... I think we can get boots somewhere. There's a... Those Mumbo Ikabookums. Oh, hey! Whoa! No, welcome Raiders, thank you for the raid. Good to see you, I hope your stream went well. We're currently just playing through classic N64 platformer Banjo-Tooie. Nasir 9, welcome to the classroom, thank you. I hope your stream went well. We're currently just breezing through this game right now. Just collecting Jigsaw Puzzles, talking about the history of Rareware. Because Rareware is one of my favorite game companies from, like, my youth. So let me see. I don't know if we can do what we need to do here. Yes, we can. And Anima Junkie 123, welcome. For those of you who don't know me, for those of you whose first time is seeing me, my name is Elliot Ambers, and in my free time, I play a lot of Fire Emblem. Sometimes I play a lot of old games, like I played Jet Force Gemini on stream and Dynasty Warriors on stream a while ago. I like to play some old classics, but Fire Emblem is like the thing that I do the most of. And sometimes I do streams on lessons. I used to do Japanese lessons, but I'm taking a break from those lessons for a little bit at least. Oh, you love Banjo so much? I love Banjo too. It's Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie were like the series that like really got me into video games as a kid. So I'm glad that me playing one of these games is why you did. I appreciate it. Thank you. We're not very far into it. We're just going through. I'm gonna try to get as many Jiggies as I can, because there's a lot of different things that you can do in the first world to sort of ease you into what the game has to offer. You haven't heard of these games before, Tammy? They are from like, I mean, these are like late 90s, early 2000s, and they were like, if you were like a Nintendo kid whose parents didn't get you Super Mario 64, this is what you had to play. So here we have the Sludge Boots. This lets us walk in any terrain. So we use that to get another Jigsaw piece. Ow. He beat the boots right off of me. And what happens if we try to go in without the boots? Let's go as far as we can. I actually thought it was gonna launch me backwards. But, you know, launching me forwards, that's a speedrunner. Yeet! It's the speedrunner tech. Oh, your first console was a DS. That makes sense. I feel like handhelds were a lot of people's first consoles because, you know, you can give it to a kid and like they don't have to monopolize the TV to play them. Yes. I just love how they expanded on the movesets in general. Like, the Banjo-Kazooie moveset was very fleshed out, but then they just built on it. They're like, what else could we do here? And then they, like, included the split up, they included more Kazooie moves, aiming. Yeah. I think this is one of the best sequels, but I think there's a lot of people who will say that the first game was a lot better. I think it's mainly because a lot of people don't like the backtracking that you have to do in this game. Because in Banjo-Kazooie, there's only one, like, mandatory instance of backtracking compared to Banjo-Tooie, where there's a lot of interconnectivity with the worlds, which I feel like I think it made the game feel a lot more connected and cohesive, personally, which is why I like the backtracking. Yeah. Because Kazooie just has, like, a lot of great levels. Like, the levels I feel like, are a little bit more memorable in Kazooie. Like, I think my favorite level... Oh god! My favorite level is Falls Off Cliff. Like, I think, like, Mad Monster Mansion, Rusty Bucket Bay, Click Clock Wood, those were all super memorable levels. And this game has some good stuff too, like Hellfire Peaks, but I feel like the level design is just more... It's like Banjo-Kazooie was more concise with its presentation, while Banjo-Kazooie made a whole, like, fucking web of design choices. Like, Banjo-Kazooie was very, like, self-contained. And I don't think either is a bad choice. Here we go. This is what we're looking for. This is the Regal Blaster, and this is going to make the game... Like, I love this move, because it's not actually a move. This sort of just enables you to access certain areas in the game that change the game from a third-person collectathon to a first-person shooter. For what reason? They didn't have to make a first-person shooter, but then Rareware thought, you know what? We made Perfect Dark, we made GoldenEye, we made Jet Force Gemini. People like shooting things. People like to shoot. So you can see Banjo about to choke that chicken. Can you believe this? Like, I think this is fantastic that they included this. Good, I see you have mastered the art of bird handling. So now we have to play a first-person shooter. And, like, as a kid, I thought this was, like, the craziest thing. Because I had played GoldenEye before. So now we just have to collect relics. And I'm gonna be honest, I had some of my most favorite memories as a kid was playing the multiplayer mode of this with friends. Like, these maps are so, like, fun. Like, I really love, if you note, these walls are slightly different. They're secret passages. I thought this was so cool. I thought this was fascinating to just explore in first person like this. I feel like it being in first person really, really adds to the game. Like, they could have made this just another, like, platforming area, but I think it's just really cool that they did it this way, that they made it just first person shooter. I just love Banjo. I love Rareware. I love old N64 era Rareware. You. Go away. There we go. Give me that machine gun egg. And it's just so cool to explore. It really, like, freshens the game up. The game also doesn't overuse this. Because there's only 3 worlds where you go first person. But they're pretty big. Like, they're pretty decently sized areas. So it's not like, you know, they overstay their welcome. There are 3 different areas like this, and each of them... You're in for a good amount of time. And you can see here, you collect 10 of these statues, and you get a Jiggy for free. You know, easy, right? Pretty simple. And you just bounce the hell out. And then, you know, you still have to collect more, because they didn't throw everything at you. They threw just... They're like, that's my slightly secret treasure, but can you get my super secret treasure? Which is this hall over here. And it introduces something that I think was a very, very, very great addition to this game. Because Banjo-Kazooie had a lot of worlds, and, like, those worlds had a lot of cool missions. But this is something that really, like, I feel like unifies things to be, again, a more cohesive picture. And that's gonna be, you'll see when we get there. I'm not even gonna spoil it. Let me just walk through this door here. I can't believe I have to wait for those doors to open. There we go. Get one of those Jinjos. If you freeze my game, I swear to God I will scream. I had a feeling it was gonna go over to the orange Jinjo house, but I don't think it'll do that for every Jinjo. Just for a couple. Or I think just for the first one. Alright. Man, all these years, and I just have such vivid memory of, like, going through these halls as a kid. Like, trying to find my friends or camping a corner with proximity mines. Like, this room here specifically just is awakening really strong flashbacks that might make me cry, because this game is that important to me. Let me... Haha, dummy. Watch your forehead, bozo. Alright, let's go through here. Quick, while he's down. There we go. 19 of them. And then, good night. Those screams sound so pained. Like, to the point of, like, hyperbole. Like, it can't hurt that much to get pelted with eggs. I guess I did just die, though, so who am I to say what their pain is? But they respawn, so could it hurt that badly? I think this is the entrance again. But we did not go through this hallway. So there we go. There we go. Most impressive. 20 statue gains you entry to my really sacred chamber. And that is where the real fight begins. They give us that first Jiggy as a sort of freebie. But now you're gonna watch me completely get brutalized here because I don't know how good I am at aiming, especially with 5 HP. I have not extended my health bar just yet. So let us make our way onto the boss chamber. Oh god. Aiming is hard, fellas. I got a talking bird that shoots cannonballs and I'm not afraid to use it. Oh, the moment I get those cannonballs, you don't even know. The moment I get the grenade eggs, I'm so excited. Everyone knows them from that cheater item from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. But the grenade eggs are, like, my favorite egg in this game. We'll have the game finished in notes. Like, I love that self-awareness. Like, them talking about how easy it's gonna be to get all the Jiggies. You get... Despotic Dizzy Totem God. I just love this. And they tell you... Like, you know, they have this whole boss conversation. And you just have to not get hit. And you just have to hit a certain amount of targets. And he's gonna summon some minions. That's what spices up the boss fight. He's gonna start shooting at us. So we're gonna have to make big use of that strafe button. Oh, got one. Oh, oh god! Thankfully, there are honeycombs that drop. What? You can see I have the nice movement, too. So I'm not getting, like, hit that much. Why did I think this boss fight was gonna be hard? You just have to swerve left and right. It's actually it's a rather easy boss fight. Complex? I find it quite simple. Ow. I'm just gonna point blank, because you know what? Who needs to aim when you can just point blank the boss? Yes, scream for me, child. Actually, these aren't children. Those are grown-ass... I don't even know what animal they are. Sometimes you can't even tell what these things, like these minions are. A beaver? A raccoon? Ow, 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 ow. Ow. What? 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 Wait, wait, wait. What? There we go. Oh, I'm dying. Hello, Reina. Good to see you. I don't know what you're dotting at, but surely it is at my majestic, completely big-brained wit. Or my impeccable aim, perchance? Or my ability to strafe and dodge swiftly? As a skilled individual that I am? What could it be? Anyway. What are you doing still alive? No, you've beaten me. Your ego is like a roller coaster as always. Would I be... Oh, no. Oh. I was wondering what that timer was. I thought I was gonna, like, die if I didn't get behind, but it was just a couple of darts getting launched. Yeah, you know, I feel like that's, like, that's my charm point, is my roller coaster of an ego. How easily I can get inflated and deflated. Like a balloon at a party. Anyway, let's get the hell out of here now. I have no idea what the fastest way out is. I might get lost. I don't know if you can answer this, but can I call you Teach? You may call me Teach, as I am a teacher, and this is a classroom. This is just, you know, it's video game club, you know? Didn't your school ever have a video game club? Where, you know, you just chill with the teacher after school, and probably say things that you probably shouldn't say to a teacher, but you do anyway, because he's running the video game club, so you know he's definitely a chill teacher that you can be a little bit more lenient with, and he probably won't get mad at you. Yeah, it's like kind of like that. That's what it's like. This is spoken both anecdotally from both sides of the desk. As I was the one when I was in school who created the video game club. And I did run what was basically a video game club as a teacher. You were in the Smash Club in high school. Oh man. I know some video game clubs end up just getting called Smash Club. I remember when I was in university, people would joke about how the video game club was just Smash Club because of how popular Smash was amongst the people who played games there. Also, is that a Jinjo over there? Hello, little Jinjo friend. Let me just dive in. Blanc. I hope I don't drown trying to aim. We're fine. There we go. I almost missed. Alright. So we have quite a few Jiggies. The only ones left to get, I believe, are in the temple. And then, let's see. Then the one that we need to transform for. So we'll get to see that transformation. Let's zoom! That'll never get old. Like, that's just such a good sound effect. You'd think there'd be something up here, but there isn't. There we go, get some more pages. Iconic. It is! The guh is so iconic. That's the banjo sound. Alright, so we're in the treasure chamber. What is this? Oh! So you can see, this is what it is. If you step on the switch here, and this is really like the first time you'll see it. So we go to another room, and you'll see the motif of this world has changed. Unga Bunga's Cave. You can tell they got really creative with the naming convention here. But this isn't actually Mayhem Temple anymore. This is the 5th world of the game, Pterodactyl Land. And you can see... Again, another case of... We have, like, this thatched floor here. You really opened a door without... Well, Reina, some doors are easy to solve. There will be doors that I will struggle to solve too. Don't you worry. Don't you worry! Anyway, my hand is going to start shaking from how soft I have to hold this control stick. But just like the last time... So you can see here... Huh? Get out Unga's Cave. You walk too fast, so we have to walk, like, really, really slowly here. The door isn't the struggle, it's what's past the door is the struggle. So we're gonna just do this. And we'll just slowly but surely... I'll try it one more time. Oh god, my hand is shaking so much right now. But they use this gimmick twice, where you have to tiptoe closer and closer to the treasure. And my hand is shaking. Oh god. Please, Banjo, do not speed up. Aha, you stupid idiot. Maybe you shouldn't have been sleeping on the job so I can take your stupid treasure. Sneak, 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 sneak. They'll never catch me alive, copper. I guess, or the equivalent of what cavemen had as coppers back then. Where does this door lead to? Oh, over here. So now we just gotta scoot out. And that was easy, you know? Excellent work, good sir. I've mastered the art of walking real slowly. So now we go here. And now this guy's gonna pay me for getting his treasure. A fair reward, a fair reward. What's down here? Let's see if there's anything in here that I need to look out for, too. There's a shock spring pad. Or something that seems important that I'll have to take... Wait, oh! Is this how we were supposed to get here? I have no idea. We're gonna go in reverse. Pop, pop. You thought you could eat me? You thought you could take me in a fight? Banjo? So we go down here. I feel like there'd be something here, but there's not. This is simply how you get up there normally instead of flying. Which is strange, because the game seems to imply that you should fly up there. For all intents and purposes. Ow. I like the slam transition into the cutscene. This is a family game. More self-awareness. And there's our Jiggy. Did he put it all the way up there? I'm gonna be really mad if he did. Wait. Oh, his scream. Oh. God, it has such chaotic energy. And there he goes. Mr. Unga Bunga. They really just named him Unga Bunga. Oh, cool. There we go. And now, we have a couple more things to get. There's 2 Jiggies missing. One of them, I think, is for setting someone free, which requires a password in a different world, so I'm not gonna bother with that right now. I don't have the emotional energy to deal with that. The playthrough I do of this isn't gonna be a full 100% run. I don't even know if I'm gonna play too much of this more, like, in later days, or if this is gonna be a one-off. Who knows if I get a hankering. But at most, I'm probably going to just beat the game. Because I do love Banjo-Kazooie a lot. So let's just get this here. Oh yes, I remember. So the 2 Jiggies, one of them requires a Clockwork Kazooie egg, which we won't get until much, much later in the game. And one of them requires us to turn into a stone man. Which is what we're gonna do now. Let's see more of the features of this game. Ow. It's called damage boosting. So we go through here. I think this is the wrong door, actually. Yeah, this is the wrong door. Gotta go out back. We have to find a Globo. Yeah, let's do this. I want to at least get through 2 worlds today. So we have this, and then we have a world that is very, very, very much of a contrast to this world. Like, we have this old Aztec temple as the first world, and the second world is just straight up just cowboys. Just Texas. The next world is just Texas. So let's carry on. Let's trot, 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 trot. Alright, get me out of here. Let's go in here. And you'll hear another Globo. A little bit more discreet than the Mumble one, but they make you aware of the fact that you have to find them at this point. But I think it's fine enough. So here's the other shaman. You heard that Mumbo was the best. And there's a sort of rivalry. Also, I'm pretty sure a lot of kids got off to this character Not me particularly, but I've definitely heard some weird things said about her. This time, we just gotta go into her pool. And instead of Mumbo transforming us, that duty has been passed off to Wumba. I love that high-pitched voice he has now. So now we turn into a Stony. Now if we want to turn back, we just jump into the pool. But I love how he walks. Look at this. Him. He's just a little creature, a little stone guy. Not every form has the ability to fight back, but... Get stoned. And we're gonna use this warp point. You can see, very easy fast travel, especially because the Stony kind of moves a little slower. And you can see that item that we saw at the start of the game is right there. And we have 3 hollow honeycombs. And if you need to keep track of what you have, you can see the view totals. See, I have all the Globos, pages, and hollow honeycombs, and I'm just missing a Jinjo and 2 Jiggies. One of them, which I cannot get just yet. So we made pretty good progress. We're gonna get the last Jigsaw piece that we can obtain, and then we'll go on to the next world. I think we might be able to actually unlock 2 worlds at once. That's one of the things I really liked about the progress in these games. Like, the bare minimum to progress isn't that high, but if you do more, if you like do as much as you can unlock like multiple worlds at once. I thought that was always a really neat feature. So, we got this big tiger dude. Definitely someone's furry awakening as well. I don't know, that backpack looks kind of familiar. Are you saying we're a bear and a bird and a labrador? Yep, it's pretty obvious. I love that it works. Oh, the dialogue is just so fun. So we need to play in a kickball tournament. We can train if we wanted to. And there's also a portal to another world. Again, showing the interconnectivity from one world to another, which I think is really cool. Welcome to the... Shut up. I'm going to skip this dialogue. I'm not sure I'm too interested in what he has to say. I think this game makes us have to play each of these minigames 3 times. Or, we have to play 3 minigames for this one. We gotta do a lot of work for this. But what I really like is that all these minigames that they made was, they made a lot of these with multiplayer in mind, so that you could play them, like, with your friends. And it was really fun to do so. So, I think it's pretty cool. I just hate that it feels like such a time sink to go through 60 minutes of each round. Give me that ball. How do I shoot? There we go. It's the Z button. It's the Z button. Hooah! Check out my aim. I'm nutty! I'm going ham on these kids. The AI doesn't know what hit them. Ronaldinho Sose! Haha! Ooh, thanks for the pass, buddy. Boom. There really isn't even, like, much to commentate here. Like, the minigame's very straightforward. You take the ball, you kick the ball into goal. You've won your quarterfinal. Move on to the semifinal. I like how it's left, right, and then middle. You'd think it would be left, middle, right. But, you know, I guess it makes the middle seem more intimidating as a finals. Those shorts look stupid. Yeah, they really do. They look more like underwear. And the red balls take points away, so now you can sabotage people. Give me that. Hey! Hey! I'm gonna sabotage you. Give me that. Give me that ball. Ooh! The interception! And Amber wins another goal! Amber scores! Amber's going crazy! The crowd's going wild! Rah! Soccer is my My soul game. I don't know what I was trying to say there. I completely lost words. I don't know how to speak. Oh, but yellow's gonna cinch it out, but not if he aims at his wrong goal. It's crazy, it's mayhem, it's football. You've won your semifinal. The man kickball final beckons. At least these feel faster than 60 seconds. I'll say that much. Now, we do the finals. You've no chance of becoming champion. Alright, buddy. And what this adds is bombs. I missed completely. Watch the snipe. Haha! Got him! My aim is impeccable. Get the hell out of my way. Oh. I got myself! I'm minting. I'm minting. Wait, I'm bad, I'm bad, I'm bad. Wait, I'm missing all the balls. Oh, wait, this is awful. This is terrible. Elliot Amber's in shambles right now. Wait, I can make a comeback, I can make a comeback, I can make a comeback. I can make a comeback. It's alright, it's alright. The point differential looks big, and I only have 5 seconds. But, I think I have a chance. I'm pretty close. You know, at least they give you a retry option out of the gate. I think that's probably one of the best things any game has done in this era, is give you a replay option. Instead of making you, like, go watch a losing cutscene, and then play again. Like pain. Oh, he aimed the ball at me! That bastard! I will never forgive you for this. They keep on shooting balls at me! Gotcha. Oh, baby, a triple. Oh, God, I can't aim. Why are they all hugging each other? It doesn't make any sense. I'm going ham, though. I'm kind of nutty right now. You're trying to tie with me? You're trying to keep up? I'm too hayai. Fast. Ikuyo. Easy game. Elliot, smothered by balls! Smothered by red balls. Give me that. I'm just drowning in the balls. Alright, there's one more Jinjo that I have to get. So let's teleport back to Wimba. Well, let's transform back. We do not need to be a Stony for any longer. We won't need to be a Stony for quite a while. Not until, what is it, 7 worlds from now? I like how they, like, make that something that you have to go back to so much later in the game, though. Like, even at the end of the game, earlier worlds are going to be important. Or they'll have relevance. I think it's really neat. Let's see, I think there might be something hidden up here, too. There usually is. Not in this one. I know in some versions of the hut they have things hidden. So we're just gonna take our leave right now. And let's go down. Let's go down these stairs. I warned you about those stairs, bro. And then let's just go over here, fly high in the sky. Might as well collect all the Jinjos that we can while they're there. While I've been able to hear them. There we go. That's the last one. Ooh, and it's another orange one. So if we go back to the orange house, we'll see. Yeah, it'll only zoom in anytime that you finish a house. And for some reason, what are the odds that both those Jinjos are orange? Like, 2 out of the 5 Jinjo were from the same family. There we go. Many thanks. Our family is reunited. So our heirloom is yours. There we go. Ooh, I don't even have to go to them. They just give it to me. Speedrun strats. Just roll the RNG until you finish a family first in the first world. Jumbo! Yeah. Ow. Alright. And just to showcase a couple of things, we're gonna go back to Spiral Mountain as well, because there are some things I want to show off. This is Jiggy Wiggy's Altar of Knowledge. Press B to view the Mighty One's wisdom. This basically just tells you, like, how many Jiggies you need. So, like, if for some reason you run into an area that you haven't been to yet, you'll be able to know how much you need in order to get to the next world. Alright, buddy. You must collect enough Jiggies to prove yourself worthy to enter Jiggy Wiggy's temple. It seems you have collected enough Jiggies to be allowed inside. Remember, no camera permitted and only food purchased at McJiggy's. God. It's just a little thing, it's a little extra flavored dialogue they add that really adds. Alright, buddy, let me solve some more puzzles. Let's do this. This is going to be Glitter Clutch Mine. Now you'll see my excellent puzzle-solving abilities. You always start with the corners. Corners are broken. Corners are OP. And this one fits in here. These are top pieces. That one fits in there. You can see the calculations. My mind's going a mile a minute right now. Woo! Oh, that's a new world record. That's a new world record. I'm pretty fast at solving jigsaw puzzles made for little kids. And so, we'll see. It's also cool because, especially if you haven't made it to the new areas yet, you can sort of get that preview of seeing what it'll look like. Like this one is going to show us the plateau. It does take quite a bit, though. McJiggies or Big Al's Burgers? Oh, that's a tough decision. You know, I think the coughing and the phlegm and the sneezing on the burgers adds a little bit of spice to it that you wouldn't get from McJiggies. So I think I might have to go with Big Al's Burgers. Oh, Mr. Bond, thank you for the resubscription. Thank you for 3 months. Thank you. Good to see you. Patrician Taste, thank you, Vestaphobe. Also good to see you, too. You are indeed the chosen one. You also have enough. Ooh, let's beat more kids' games, baby! You only needed 8. Baby game for baby players, you know? The nostalgia's so good. But man, they really make it too easy for us. Ooh, and Witchy World is really cool because that's where we get the ability to split up. And that'll be a really something I'll probably be able to talk about for a while next stream. Because I think that mechanic in and of itself just did a lot for the game too. Made it added a lot. There we go. You have completed. Yes, I know. I am excellent at solving jigsaw puzzles. I like it that it's more interactive with solving the puzzle though, because back in Banjo-Kazooie, none of the world puzzles actually required you have to do this. It was only some extra bonus cheats. So the fact that they made this more involved in the actual game, I think is pretty cool. Look at that, Witchy World. Oh, I also love how the world's always opened up, both in this game and in Banjo-Kazooie. You know, like it's a gated off, like, closed amusement park. I like that it doesn't even break, it just gently opens. For good reason. Yeah. You do not have enough Jiggies to attempt challenge 4. Alright, buddy. Witchy World should have stayed condemned. I can't argue there, actually. You know, it's like, I don't know how many of you guys listening know of a place called Action Park, or if that's just something that is a local area known to people that lived around here. There was a movie actually made in regards to Action Park recently. But that's basically like the IRL version of Witchy World, just an amusement park where people would just straight up die. No regulations, no security, it just straight up, if you went there, you pretty much would just die. Alright, so now, going back to Jinjo Village. And I have an entire whole thing about this that they're gonna show us here. Let's just pack. And it sounds like he's... Oh god! I made a mistake. Let's try that again. Those bugs feels very visually out of place compared to a lot of the other enemies in this game. Like, they don't look like they belong. Oof, yeah, very oof. But this is what I, as a young child, spent many days agonizing and... Yeah, nightmare fuel for a young kid playing a Banjo game. Those bugs really were. This is what I spent many a day agonizing over as a youth. This damned ice key. Banjo-Kazooie ice key. I wonder what it opens. Stop and Swap was way too fucking ambitious. When I was younger, I spent a lot of time on websites like the Rare Witch Project just trying to research and understand what people had found out about Stop and Swap. And there were like so many crazy theories. I also got into like hacking Banjo-Kazooie and like modding ROMs of it just to figure out like if we could unlock the secrets of Stop and Swap. And for those of you who haven't heard about Stop and Swap before because you never played this game, back in like 1999-2000, there was this whole project that Rareware had where they wanted to put direct connectivity between Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie with these items like the ice key, and you'll see soon the pink and blue eggs. And they were really cool because they were like hidden. You had to like use cheat codes in order to access them in Banjo-Kazooie. And they were like kind of like the game teased you at them during the credit scene for Banjo-Kazooie. So everyone knew that they were there, and no one knew what they would be for. But then they sort of just threw these items in here in the game, you know, just as like a little side thing. Like, there was no connection to Banjo-Kazooie at all. They were just cartridges that you would find and beat up in order to get access to. Which is definitely not what they intended. So people spent years upon years, and some people might still be trying to figure it out to this day. What the hell? How to activate Stop and Swap between the two games. Because originally it was going to use like the N64 DD, the disk drive, which would have been able to hold data for a longer period of time. But everyone was like, yeah, if you hot swap the cartridges by switching in Banjo-Kazooie with Banjo-Tooie within like a very quick like half-second time, some of that data will still be in the N64, so you'll be able to connect Banjo-Kazooie to Banjo-Tooie. But no one could get it to fucking work because it was already removed from the game. But it was like, everyone had these theories. And people would make all these like crazy videos, like conspiracy videos saying, Stop and Swap revealed, Stop and Swap solved, Stop and Swap, the truth. And I spent so much time just... more time than I'd be willing to admit that just trying to figure out what people were figuring out about Stop and Swap. I was very fixated on it as a kid. But now that we're here, we can do the following with those two items. At least if I recall correctly. Yeah, they did partially implement it in the Xbox Live Arcade, yeah. But I feel like anyone who sunk that much time into, into learning about Stop and Swap, I don't think anyone was satisfied with it. I know I wasn't, because when they did it in the Xbox Live version, I believe what they did was just, they gave you Xbox Live icons, which was very disappointing to most. And yeah, RWP, I think it was like Mundo Rare, Spiral Mountain, all those Banjo-Kazooie websites, like, just dedicated communities of people just trying to, like, crack this case. That would never be cracked. But what will be cracked is this egg that I just got. Because this little cranny is hidden here, and I feel like most people miss this. Too many posts on BT Hive. That was one that I didn't visit a lot. So now, Peggy the Hen, find special egg. Got Haggy special egg. That's right, it's real special. Throw it in the nest. Oh, we can't access this just yet. I forgot. Look, watch Haggy hatch. So... I forget, do I actually get an ability for this? Yes, she hatches it for me. I think Kazooie getting the ability to hatch? Yeah. Oh, homing eggs. Enter homing. Oh, okay. I don't want to enable that one, though. Yeah, I feel like Kazooie having the ability to hatch eggs in this game definitely awakened something in kids as well. Like, that definitely awakened a specific niche in for affinity to some people. I forgot that hatch was something that you learned to do in this game. As much as it pains me to say it, God. Please, no! I know. It's probably one of the worst things I could say. Wow, I am really bad at jumping. Oh God! I'm dying. There we go. If I sit on you, will you hatch? I am not an egg, so no. Now, if you sit on any of the egg VTubers, will they hatch? That is a question. Please do not sit on egg or eggy, please. Oh yeah! They also had this. Why did they make it so that you could die immediately after walking out? Thankfully, there's no lives in this game. Oh, god damn it. Just send me back to Jinjo Village, though. I guess that makes sense. If you're on the plateau and you fall all the way down, that is faster travel than going to the silo. That is true. Oh my god. And I remember, like, there were, like, disabled menu options, like in Banjo-Kazooie, people were talking about, like, how can we get to Fungi Forest, or how can we get to the Lava World? Because, not very well known unless you had a very big obsession with Banjo-Kazooie, but there was a scrapped world that was never actually shown, or never released in Banjo-Kazooie itself. It was a scrapped world that was, like, there was lava in it, and it was like a pyramid. It kind of looked like a cross-up between Hailfire Peaks and Mayhem Temple. But man, people were really hung up on that one for a long time. Alright, buddy. Jamdrops, what you got for me here? Thank you. I believe there is also an egg that I'm supposed to unlock here. Might as well pick these up while I have the chance. And just... yeah, there we go. Fire eggs. There we go. Yes, sir. Teach me how to shoot fire from my mouth. So this is also new, is that the game gives you new eggs to work with. Because in the original Banjo-Kazooie, you had just the blue eggs. But now, we have fire eggs. We also have another, what is very much likely more children's sexual awakenings. Because they really got away with a lot in 2000 that they would not have gotten away with without an E10 rating. May I introduce everyone to Miss Honeybee. Why does she look like that? Honeybee is your first waifu. She's the mistress of honey. Like, Jesus, they got away with this. Like, she has jiggle physics. She's very bouncy. Or slightly bouncy, I should say. Anyway. Right? Hi, Kenji! Kenji, are you looking at the screen right now? Do you see this bee? Do you see her fat bee tits? Do you see how she says, well, hand them over then, Big Bear? Well, that's my extra health. You'll need one more honeycomb. Like, come on, Kenji. You can't tell me that there wasn't someone... Bees don't give live birth, therefore they don't need milk production. What is this? What is this? This is... It's horny in action is what it is. I understand now. Glad to see I've shown you the light, Kenji. Alright, we're gonna make a slight little detour because I can. Let's... I just love, like, that is just such a good reaction. That's the correct reaction, actually, to me talking about this. Did I just hear talking about sexual awakenings in Banjo-Kazooie? I'm not gonna say it was my- I'm not saying it was my awakening. I'm just saying it was probably someone's. Kenji, I'm not like that. It was on me. Alright, now this is the Super Smash Bros. Menace. This move is going to win us everything. You know, Luna, I'm also proud to say that I've never had a sexual awakening due to Banjo-Kazooie as well. I will proudly say that. But the grenade eggs? For those of you who have played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and had to deal with this menace of a character, we have one of his very menacing tools, the grenade eggs. They're probably my favorite weapon, favorite egg in the game, because they're just really powerful, you know? They just... what better than just blasting enemies with grenades? Am I gonna fall normally, or... there we go. So you'll see... springy step shoes. We can't equip these. That's for jumping real high. And that's for running real fast. We'll make use of both of those in a bit. But you can see just the... isn't Wonder Wing... yeah, you are right. That supercharged Wonder Wing. Oh, I love these enemies. I'm gonna hit them with the Wonder Wing. This is definitely not as good as it was in Smash Bros. I just love these guys. Oh, every time I play this game, I just remember more and more of what I loved about Banjo-Kazooie. For example... oh god, I pressed the wrong button. That wasn't the crouch button. We're gonna retry that one. Anyways, what I was saying is that what I really love about Banjo-Kazooie is that, you know, you come back to these things time and time again. Like, the music, the moves, the gameplay, the movement, and like the character sounds. And, like, you go up to one of these guys, and you just... the way he dies, like, he doesn't even sound like he's died. Like, compared to, like, the regular minions in the previous world, he kind of just sounds disappointed. Like, the rats from the previous world kind of just, like, have a death wail. But, like, here, you just pelt this guy with grenades, and he's just like, oh! You remember more of DK64? I actually haven't played DK64. I own DK64, but I had the same problem that every other kid, like, almost every other kid had, which is no expansion pack. What the fuck is an expansion pack? That's basically my experience. Is it? Is DK64 really the collectathon to end all collectathons? I feel like this is. But that might be because I've never played DK64. So I might just be biased. There's so much. I know that you can get like 105% in that game, like 103%. Like, there's so much to do in that game. There's so many characters. Sweet Summer Child. Maybe that's the game I should play on stream. Just get lost in DK64. I've watched speedruns of it. I have friends who, like, are pretty good at speedrunning it. Ow. Heck. It's so mundane, but even killing things with, like, the most basic of moves is really just silly to me. Oh, no, I totally believe that. Because I've seen people, like, go into corners and, like, do a big long jump and, like, just go flying into outer space. It's the most fucking broken game in the world. Yeah. Especially compared to other Rare titles. Alright, buddies. It's time to die in the crushing shed. How do I do this? Oh, I need to turn on the, I need to actually do stuff with Mumbo first. So we're not gonna die like that. Do you really have to play through Donkey Kong, like, arcade twice? That sounds painful. And Jetpack? I know of Jetpack from like Jetpack Refueled when they released it on the Xbox Live Arcade, but Jesus. I feel like that's asking a lot. Jetpack sucks ass! I've never played it, so I don't know. I just know that Jetpack Refueled exists on the Xbox Live Arcade. What's up here? Gotta love these flip areas. I guess anyone who has played DK64 to completion would know how much it sucks ass. I hate DK64. Just clip through the wall and get the key. Just clip through the wall seems like pretty much all of DK64. Literally learning to do the literally learning the speedrun strats is faster than actually playing the game. That's so funny. Oh, I hate this room. I'm Bill! I bet your name is gold related. What is it? Gold Bar Bill? Klondike Bill? Leon Bill? Motherfucker. Thought so? And you have to comb every- yeah! Having to like play through each of the characters, that really is just- that is pain. It's really slow. I believe it. God. Oh, that would be awful. Or like, having to do things in the same world as Banjo and Kazooie over and over again. Yeah, I can see why that would be awful. Is there anything in this room? I feel like I'm missing something here. I feel like I could light this up. I keep on forgetting what the shoot button is. No. Imagine, yeah, like... yeah, nothing to do here right now. I thought there was the, oh, this. I thought this connected to the, you know the area in Banjo-Tooie? It's the area that has, like, all the lights. And you have to, like, use fire eggs to go through. I hate getting that Jiggy. Yeah, we gotta open... we gotta free her. We gotta free the rat. But we'll do that eventually. Oh, the powerhouse. Yeah, the powerhouse. It's a tedious garbage fire that has... That's how I feel about a lot of games. Ooh, the bill drill. I'm actually gonna murder someone heavily. This is actually going to just be like raw, unfiltered murder. I missed. I missed completely. But the bill drill is cool because you had like the beak barge before, and then now they give you like this option to like holding versus like tapping it. Oh god. You collected a skill stop honeycomb. Press B to stop your energy bar as close to the top as possible. I'm gonna leave myself with 1 HP. There we go. The worst is when you mistime it and you're left with just 1 honeycomb and then you immediately die. That's the worst. Ooh, Puzzle League. I've heard the nightmares of Mewtwo in that game. Like, I heard Puzzle League Mewtwo is just... oh, the random ones are really the worst ones. Alright, let's see. Pretty much the entire world opens up once you can do Bill Drill. But there's so many of these boys. We're gonna explore a little bit. I want to do the other first-person shooter segment. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to get to. Which we'll get to in a bit. After we do a little bit more exploration. Gloomy Caverns. I can't explode that one. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be tricky. Because it's the timed one where you have to defuse all the bombs and you can't shoot them. You have to win against Mewtwo right after... oh, right, that's what made it so bad. Is that you had to... it's 2 awful stages in one. What's in here? Swap. Oh god, these things. And this is really, I think, where you start seeing the worlds be more and more interconnected. Yeah, that's actually horseshit. When the computer's better than you, not because of skill, but just because they're programmed to be better than you. Oh, here it is, the power hut. Let's do this awful... let's do this awful puzzle here. That's not the move we needed to do. Oh, we just need to stand on it. So this is a timed mission, where there's a Jiggy at the end of the road. But let's see how long we actually have to do this. Oh, no time at all, actually. So we just have to memorize it. You have to memorize it or shoot fire eggs. Which is pretty awful. So we're gonna do our best. How many times will I fall? Enough. Sights for wussies. I think my brightness is actually high enough that I can see it on my screen just fine enough. So this actually wasn't bad at all. Oh! Oh! Banjimble Kadimple. See? Simple. Simple, simple, simple. There we go. Almost a clip moment. Just moments right before disaster. Sometimes I'll throw for content, but now it's not one of them. Because I don't know where that's going to launch me back to. Alright, if I look at you funny and just... Stupid asshole. Blow up TNT with more TNT, obviously. Alright, so that's the power hut. And this is probably some other area. Let's talent trot. And let's play some FPS shooters. What the hell? This leads to not Glitter Glitch Mine, I'm pretty sure. Oh! This! What do you have to say here? Warning, unreliable generators, use at your own risk. I don't know what this is. You play Banjo-Kazooie for the first time? Ooh. I would love to be able to play any of these games, like, blind again for the first time. I just have so many, like... There's just so much cool stuff in these games. Gotta shoot fire egg and green light. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. However, I have a really bright monitor. We can see. There's a Jiggy. Easy. The OG Hags, yeah! Actually, though, just making your TV screen really bright. Oh, you just don't vibe with collectathons. That's fair. Where did I? Oh. I thought I fell. I, like, disappeared. Like, frame perfect. Yeah, and Zelda and, like, the Shadow Temple. I actually think your plays were Blockbuster rentals. Ah. I still own my copy of Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie. If DK64 is your first rodeo, you're gonna have a bad time. I could see that. Since it's so cram-packed and you have to, like, apparently revisit worlds frequently with each character, I could imagine how that could get to some people. Alright, and now... Ow! That makes sense. I guess... Yes, that hurts. I honestly don't blame you for, like, having your perception ruined by DK64. It was the only game you had with your DK64 other than Star Fox. I thought Star Fox was really good, though. Yeah. Alright, this is the boss of this world. Muppets Halloween-themed collectathon. I didn't even know that was a thing. Back when everyone was trying to get on that, like, on that collectathon train. Kind of like how a lot of companies nowadays are getting onto that, open world thing. Companies back then, I think a lot of them wanted to imitate, like, Rareware and Mario. Oh yeah, this is just to activate the train. But we will beat this boss in a bit. Do that. Yeah, I have a collection, I just don't have any of the... I don't have the console to play it on, which is so sad. I wish I had my N64 still. I've considered getting, like, one of those, like, Retrons, like, those things I can play cartridges like that. But it's not something that I need immediately. And doing it on my computer is fine enough as it is. Alright, where the hell am I in this world? Yeah, Chinese knockoff consoles. Like the Superboy, I think. Like there's one of, like, that plays like Super Nintendo, NES, and like Genesis games. There's like a lot of them. Oh, I just remembered what these train tracks mean for me. Oh man. Alright, so let's... Oh god, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Mumbo's there. We're gonna activate Mumbo right now. But there's quite a few things that Mumbo needs to do here. So we'll let him do that. We'll let him do his thing. Alright, so we go here to EverDrive. Is EverDrive 64 like one of those handheld N64 emulators? Those things are so cool. Oh, you can also install something onto a 64 to capture it that way? That's pretty cool. Does it like change it into an HDMI output instead of the red yellow? Oh, it's a ROM cart. Okay. Yeah. Those like the R4 back on the DS days, or like the Super Card. I remember those. I remember I got a lot of usage out of my DS Super Card. Piracy is bad, kids. Buy your games. Support companies. HDMI port was EverDrive. Yeah, I'd imagine. You wouldn't have to worry about exchanging any of your cartridges ever. Want to become famous? No. I'll make you famous by getting banned from my channel. Boom. Got him. Kill him. Screw. Alright, now just... Let me click off that name. There we go. Alright. So let's go find some Globos, and let's also hit some dynamite. Oh god. Dude, those guys' swings look heavy. Like... Imagine, like, getting hit by one of those guys. Like, that guy looks like he bench presses, like, the entire, like, board, like, the entire bar and a half. Like, I would not want to get slugged by him. His fist literally expands. Country boys make do. Oh, country girls make do when you look at that shit. Alright. And now we will learn to choke the chicken once more. Ordnance storage. Damn Jars, where are you? I have way too many notes. User could be. Yeah, the question is, am I gonna get this first try? Am I gonna get this first try? That's the question here. I believe in myself to get this first try. You've learned a beak attack, huh? Hey Valorant, what's up? Well, maybe you can help me out here. A real nasty bunch of TNT sticks have escaped from their box and are threatening to blow up my mine. Don't worry, we'll go in there and blast him. Nah, shoot one and the whole mine will explode. You'll have to try and defuse them somehow. Anything else? You'll have to be quick, because when you defuse the first one, the others will probably start their detonation timers. Sending in TNT is the best, dumbest. I agree. And I hope you're doing well, Val. Good to see you here. I love this music, by the way. It just sounds like you could square dance to this. Has there ever been a lore explanation for... No, I don't think so, actually. Also, the way Grunty's head tilts in the ordnance, in these timers, always, like, stuck out to me. Like, the way her chin moves really got to me. I am so bad at aiming this. I also love the country guys. They're definitely top tier enemy design. I've been doing well. I've just been playing Banjo-Tooie for the past 2 hours. It's just a guerrilla stream that I did spur of the moment, because I had the availability in the house to do a stream that I didn't plan to do, so, you know, might as well play video games. You know, what better way to spend a Sunday? Sunday night alone? Not when you're streaming! Alright. I hear some of these guys fluffing around. I'm actually not alone in the house. I am with my brother, but my brother doesn't care what I do. Not that anyone does, but he's usually in his own room instead of in a shared room. Because with shared living space, you do have to be respectful and not stream all the time. He's so wild. He's playing a video game. I'm going nuts, guys. I'm going crazy. You know, the fact that this is timed and the music is getting faster is actually stressing me out. Are you really gonna scroll by Cowboy Goblin without typing yeehaw? Every time he appears. Oh, shoot. Alright. The first one is near the entrance. I probably should have gotten it at the start. I hear the bouncing. Yeehaw! Is it just me or is the music getting faster? Alright, I think there's two in the top area. No. I don't like this. I have a minute left. Start? This is the start, wasn't it? Yes, it was. 40 seconds to find the last two. 40 seconds to find the last two. Oh god. Someone Sonic Dragon. Thank god I don't have Thank god I don't have sound routines. That would actually just give me a heart attack. I didn't think it would take more than one try. Oh god. Oh god. Ah! Where are you, you bastard TNT? I was already there. Oh, jump scared by the yeehaw. No. Now look what your varmints have done. I like how the screen just completely freezes. We'll try that again. And a hollerin', another box of teeth. I like how it's just straight up another box of TNT just let itself loose. That's what it is. That's the explanation. Alright. We're gonna get the first one anyway. No need to backtrack here. Ooh, that was a max range. You can see I precisely calculated that one because my brain is so huge. This is probably an awful path to take. I am gonna walk by without saying, oh my god, please let me hit you! The TNT has become aggressive. The TNT is gonna take over the entire world at this rate. There we go. Oh my god, I can't aim. Get over here. These TNTs are no match for a beak bayonet. Ooh. The first bayonet, is Kazooie being used as a gun. Real female leads. For all her dialogue, I think Kazooie does a good job of being a female character. You know, I think she's given good dialogue and not just like some kind of sidekick. I feel like she's a good foil to Banjo in dialogue. And were it not for her, Banjo probably would have died very early on in the games. Actually, definitely. He wouldn't be able to fly. Or do anything useful, really. I feel like Kazooie's a real protagonist of this game. Like, what does Banjo do? Walk? Alright, I've gone through all these doors, I think. Sound cues, sound cues, sound cues. He'd be in bed sleeping still. He'd be like, huh? Tootie got kidnapped? Bonk. Alright. 5 more. They're all on the bottom floor, I'm pretty sure. You. You bastard. I hear it. There it is. I have 90 seconds to get 3 more. I hear you. There's no escaping! I think that was the one that I missed. That's actually the one, because I don't remember being on that ledge before. So we should be fine. I have a good feeling about this one. I have a good-ish feeling about this one. It's no use! I might not have a good feeling about this one, actually. Guys? This might be actually really bad. I think I'm kinda lost. Down here? Might not have gone down here yet. Are you down here? There's one. I have 30 seconds. I have 30 seconds. Good feeling's gone. Lost in the ordnance storage. Oh, I just gotta open up Prima Games. Brady guides, please direct me. Lead me to victory. 20 seconds. Oh god. Wait. You! Bastard! Oh, thank god! It only took 2 tries. It only took 2 tries. Whew. I think that's a high that I'm gonna end on. I think that is very much a... I've peaked. So let me collect that Jiggy, and then we'll find someone to raid. Oh, please don't sock me in the head. Ah! Wait, I can do this now. I can do this now. Am I still doing Strive off-stream? I haven't played Strive in so long. It's been, like, a long time since I've opened up the game. I, like, wasn't feeling high, and I'm really bad at learning new characters, so I haven't played Strive recently, unfortunately. I should, though. I wanted to, like, learn Soul, but I just haven't gotten, like, the motivation to play a fighting game recently. I'm very on and off with it. It's always, like, I have to, like, really be feeling a fighting game to learn. Yeah. Learn. Alright. So we're out of there. I must? Why do I have to learn Strive, Val? Alright, well... Let's not do... It's embarrassing. I still have a lot to do there. You don't have to like my totals there. We're gonna get more. But now... we're gonna find someone to raid. I also like how the game just game overs you anytime you close the game out. Alright. I might pick that up next week again. It's really fun to play, like, just old classics like that, just all the way through. So, Twitch. And tomorrow, I'm going to be streaming at an earlier time than usual. I'm going to be streaming at 12 p.m. EST. I'm going to be streaming some speedruns of Katamari Damacy. I'm a little rusty, but, that's what tomorrow's for. Tomorrow's for a learning process. But now, let's go and give a raid over to... let's see. Who's doing stuff right now? Ooh. I've talked with him a little bit. He's popped into my streams every now and then. Are we gonna sing along to the final song? I definitely am. And thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream, Vestafo. It's good to talk to you too. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So, I've talked with him a few times. His name is Farmer Gata, and he's streaming some Digimon Rumble Arena, and I like Digimon a lot. Especially old Digimon. So, let's go raid. My name is Gata. Thank you for stopping by, everyone. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Class is dismissed.